Everyone is talking about Mbappe. The goals, the records, the headlines. And Mbappe deserves every bit of it. But here's the uncomfortable truth about France right now. Mbappe is not their best player. Not in terms of influence, not in terms of how this team actually functions. Not in terms of who Didier Deschamps has quietly built his entire attacking system around. That player is Michael Olise. 5 assists in 5 matches. An 8.08 tournament rating, higher than every other Frenchman on the pitch, Mbappe included. The man feeding the most dangerous attacker on the planet is somehow not the name you're hearing. That changes now, because before anyone in the mainstream noticed, the people inside the game already knew. Thierry Henry saw it, coaches who worked with him saw it, and they weren't just impressed, they were unsettled.
He thinks about the game, the way he goes about the game. Michael is a freak.
Sometimes, if the game doesn't move at his pace, he drifts. Not because he's lost, because everyone else is a step behind and he knows it. That is not arrogance. That is a different operating speed. At Bayern Munich, before this World Cup, Olise was already the most feared right winger in Europe. 15 goals, 19 assists, 23 Bundesliga appearances. A 7.84 rating, 5 goals and 6 assists in 12 Champions League matches. Across every competition this season, 29 goals, 32 assists, 61 direct goal contributions. That is not a winger finding form. That is one of the most productive attacking players on the continent. So here is the question. If he was already this dangerous out wide, why move him? Deschamps made the boldest decision of his tournament. He pulled Olise infield, made him the number 10, replaced Antoine Griezmann as the creator-in-chief. And a system that had spent years built on caution suddenly became the most dangerous attacking setup at the entire tournament. Understand what that role demands. The number 10 in Deschamps' system is the connector. The player who links the defensive block to 4 attackers who all move at different speeds, all need the ball at different moments. Griezmann did that job for years, with intelligence and craft. Olise does something else entirely. His through balls are rated elite. His key passes are rated elite. 87% pass accuracy in the opposition half. 2.2 key passes per game, more than any other Frenchman on the pitch. That is not chance creation. That is precision engineering. Here's what that actually means. Olise doesn't just find teammates. He finds them before defenders have even finished reacting to the pass that came before it. The ball arrives in space, not at a player's feet. And at Mbappe's pace, at Dembele's pace, that timing manufactures chances no previous Deschamps system could produce.
Sometimes he drifts a bit out of the game because he sees everything so perfectly and so quickly that if you're not on his wave, sometimes he gets a bit annoyed. This guy is on another planet.
But here's what makes this stranger. He doesn't look dangerous while he's doing it. Bernabéu, Champions League night, 90,000 people screaming, defenders sprinting at full speed. Everything around him is chaos. And there he is, walking, like it's a Sunday afternoon. They call him Mr. Nonchalant. And it isn't laziness, it's control. While everyone else rushes, he slows the game down. And in modern football, where speed is supposed to be everything, that is exactly what makes him impossible to defend. You cannot read a rhythm you don't recognize. By the time it looks like he's done nothing, the decision has already been made. The pass has already been chosen. The damage has already started. That calm has been quietly rewriting French football history. For years, there was a number nobody touched. Franck Ribéry, 24 assists. It felt permanent. Until Olise didn't chase it. He walked past it. 25 assists. The first Frenchman this century to hit that number in a top 5 league. Then 28 assists. 16 goals. 44 goal contributions in a single season. At Bayern Munich, only one player produced more. Harry Kane. And here's the part that should scare you. It doesn't feel like it's happening. No wild celebrations, no manufactured moments, no noise, just output. Cold, consistent, inevitable. Because while other players chase rhythm, Olise creates it. While others force the game, he waits for it to come to him. That's why defenders can't cope. You cannot rush a man who refuses to be rushed. Look at the heat map and you'll assume he's a touchline winger. He isn't. He controls the right side because he doesn't play wide, he plays between decisions. layoffs, quick combinations, long diagonals that split lines before anyone sees them coming. Against Real Madrid, 4 successful take-ons, 2 big chances created, 86% pass accuracy, good numbers. But numbers don't show the humiliation underneath them, because Olise doesn't beat defenders with speed. He beats them with geometry. He waits, and that's the trap. The moment a defender commits, he's already gone. One body feint, one subtle shift, and suddenly the man marking him is chasing a shadow that isn't there anymore. That's why he looks slow. He's never reacting. He's calculating. And when you're always one step ahead, running stops being necessary. At Bayern, this isn't hype anymore. This is institutional belief. Chairman Jan Christian Driesen said it himself. On record, Olise is a Ballon d'Or candidate. Not eventually. Soon. Look at the profile and it stops sounding like a bold claim and starts sounding like an inevitability. 7 assists in the Champions League, the highest in the entire competition. Elite key passes. Elite through balls. No real weakness anywhere in his attacking game. Not a winger anymore. A playmaker disguised on the right side. A system within the system. But here's what makes this different from every other rise you've watched before. While the noise around him gets louder, he gets quieter. No interviews chasing attention. No manufactured controversy. Just one line when asked, "I am focused on the team." That's it. And maybe that is exactly why he's this dangerous. The moment a player stops chasing attention is the moment he starts chasing greatness instead. Some players build highlight reels, moments designed for clips, for noise, for headlines. Olise builds something quieter and far more dangerous. He makes football look easy. Too easy. Thierry Henry saw it before the record fell. Before the chairman said Ballon d'Or out loud. Before Deschamps rebuilt an entire national team system around him. He said it while most people were still watching someone else. And now the record is broken. The system is built around him. The institution has said the words nobody else was brave enough to say first. So here's the only question left. If this is what Michael Olise looks like before the rest of the world starts paying attention, what does he look like once they finally do?